In this video, I want to start talking about drawing the lighting position now that we've created our layers and classes, right? So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and make my lighting pipes class current, and I'm working in the layer of lighting. And the thing to know about doing a lighting position in a 3D model is that we need to look at it in two different ways. I need to see it one way in a 2D model, and then it needs to be represented in a different way once it's in a 3D model. So a lighting position has 2D stuff in it, and it has 3D stuff. So why don't we start with the 2D stuff? And what I want to do is just zoom away from my drawing. This is my model that's up here, and I'm just going to come down in this empty space that's below it. And I'm just going to draw a rectangle. And it should have that gray fill, and it should have the line weight from the class, right, at 0.25. And I just drew it at some arbitrary size. Now I can go up into the object info, right? And it's a lighting pipe, so I know that it's 2 inches wide. So I'm just going to adjust this so it's 2 inches wide, right? Which made it really skinny, right? Now, if you measure and look at the drawings that I gave you, you'll see that all of the horizontal lighting pipes in the Light Lab are all 21 feet. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw or change this to 21 feet, right? So now I have a rectangle that is 21 feet wide by 2 inches tall, and I think that's great. And this is all I need out of this class. What I want to do next is go ahead and draw the center lines. So let's go up and let's change my class, and I'm going to change that to my lighting pipes center, right, where I'm going to draw a few lines. Now I'm going to just draw a line down the middle of this rectangle. So, I'm sorry, I need to select the line tool. From the center point of this end, and I see that I'm drawing a double line. Let's change that to a single line. Now I'm just going to use my scroll wheel and mouse out until I get to the other end of this rectangle, and there's that line there. Now the next thing we want to do is go ahead and draw the center line for our pipe. And our smart cursor is going to go ahead and give us the center both of the line we just drew as well as the rectangle. So I'm going to select line, but this time I'm going to do a double line, and I'm just going to zoom in, and I go from the center, and I'm going to go out until I draw that line, and you can see the little blue box. It's 2 inches. I drew a 2-inch line, which ultimately is a 4-inch line. It's 2 inches just in this direction. Now let's just keep that line in mind there for a minute. Now we draw lights on 18-inch centers, but we don't always draw them on the same 18-inch centers. Sometimes we hang a light right in the middle of the pipe, and then sometimes we hang 2 lights, each one just 9 inches off center. So what we need are little reference marks that are at 9 inches and then also at 18 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that line and I'm going to offset it, offset tool, and I'm going to say offset 9 inches, which it was already set at. And I'm going to come over and I just offset it 9 inches. The middle point is selected in my object info, and I'm going to change that to 2 inches, right? So that my 9-inch marks look like this. My 18-inch marks are going to look like that. Now, if I select both of those, right, and now I say offset, and instead of 9 inches, I say 18 inches, I can just I'll just offset both of them as I click down the pipe, and I'm just going to keep offsetting until I wind up at the end of the pipe, which is right there. Great, that went one direction. Let's select both of them again. We'll do the same offset distance of 18 inches, offset 18 inches, and I'll just click and go the other way down the pipe. I'll just keep right on going down the pipe. And I think I need one more. And I have an extra one here at the end, right, that's on that end. So I'll just sweep over that and delete that. Now, knowing where the center is kind of handy. So why don't we go back to our center one, right? If I select that line, there's the midpoint. So I know that that is my center. And I've assigned this a line weight by the class. But what if I were to make the middle one heavier, a 0.5? And now I can see that the center line of my pipe is more bold, right? So this is all just done in 2D. If I were to look at it in 3D, it would be pointless, right? So that is drawing a 2D lighting position. And let's go ahead and stop here.